Hey y'all, this is Bobcat, and just out four-wheeling in the woods in my big old truck here, and thought I'd get out and make a short little video for you guys. So today it's going to be on pocket knives. This here is my little pocket knife. I carry it pretty much everywhere I go. It's a 3-inch folding Winchester knife. Got it for give or take $11 at Sportsman's Warehouse. Mother got it for me for Christmas, so thanks, Mom. So I'm just kind of wanting to talk about the utility of a pocket knife. You know, you can do just about anything you need to with a knife. Been using knives, humans have been using knives for ever, basically. And knives are not any less valuable today. I've used mine for everything I can do out in the woods. Striking fires, cutting branches, whittling, making little digging implements, cutting food. I've cut sandwiches, potatoes, gutted fish, skinned squirrels, everything like that. I've used it for blazing trails, which, if you don't know what that is, it's where you come up to a tree, like this one, and you take your knife, and you cut into the tree. You cut a little notch out of the bark, and that way, when you're on your way back, you can see it, and you don't get lost. That's how the old trappers and people like that used to travel out in the woods. So, I think a little bit of history lesson there. So yeah, you can do just about anything you need with a knife. With my belt knife, not particularly this pocket knife, but with a belt knife, very high carbon steel blade, I've used it to strike fires with the hard rock. It works as flint and steel. It's harder with a stainless steel like this knife, but it can be done. The knife is an invaluable tool when out in the woods, because without one, if anything were to happen to you, where would you be? What could you do? Couldn't cut anything. It'd be really hard. You might be able to make a rock implement, rock tool, flint knife or something, but that takes time, and time is the one thing you don't have out in the woods when you're trying to survive. You want to spend as little time as possible out there and use as few calories as possible. So knives are just really good things to have. I'd basically suggest that anybody who's going to be out in the woods carry at least a pocket knife of this size. You know, the saying that goes around that you shouldn't have a knife legally that's longer than the palm of your hand. I don't know where that really came from. Looked into it, and lizard. I don't know where that came from. I'd suggest having one at least that big. You know, not one that's going to be huge, so you can't carry it in your pocket, or that would be impractical. But you definitely want one that's, those little tiny pocket knives you get at Walmart for $3 that have the one little tiny blade that's a half-inch long. Might work for a letter opener. It's not going to do much for you out in the woods. So, basically my criterion for getting a pocket knife is that it have a blade at least 2.5 to 3 inches long. It'd be folding. It'd be a fairly hard steel that you can sharpen. It's going to be a little bit harder to sharpen a hard steel knife, but it's going to keep its edge for a lot longer. And, stainless steel is okay. It won't rust, but it's really hard to, use it to strike a fire or something like that. Whereas a high carbon steel, that's going to be easier to strike a fire with. That's about it for the knife part of this video. So I'm just going to give a little bit of an update on what I'm planning on doing with this channel. Right now I'm working out some of the legal stuff involved with building a cabin out in the woods, just by hand. Nothing but, an axe, not even a chainsaw. Just going to cut trees, build a log cabin. So, I'm going to be trying to do that. We'll see. I'm planning on doing some gold painting videos here soon. Going to be doing some gun reviews on my personal firearms. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use first. That's still being decided. Do some more knife reviews. Maybe some, fire starting videos for using things other than matches or lighters out in the woods. Yeah, that's the plan for right now. So, until next time, this is Bobcat in the woods, and see you then.